as you can see, I'm alone. Haley's with mom and both little sisters at a birthday party and doing some shopping. It's Saturday, and finally, for once, we got some really decent weather. We had several tornadoes come through our area recently. We've had lots of flooding. We've just had no good weather whatsoever. So I haven't really had a video out for about 2 months. So here I am, and I'm in the location where we're going to start our bushcraft shelter. I'm going to do a lean-to between this tree and this tree here, and it's going to be going in the direction of the camera, but I want you to be able to see what I'll be able to see when I'm in the shelter, which is this beautiful foresty wooded area that I'm in. Behind me there's a field. I believe corn is this year, so it'll give me some sort of privacy once it grows up. And then upon my arrival today, I didn't have the camera out, and I really wish I did. There was a white-tailed deer standing 20 feet away from me. There's game trails all through this area. If you remember in my Blackhawk and, Blackbird haversack and Nighthawk knapsack video where I did the gear loadout, I mentioned that I was at a creek. Actually, I was in front of the creek, myself and Haley. And if you remember that video, I said that the property that we were going to film at was very vast. It was very big. It was miles. I'm going to pick up the camera and turn it, and I want to show you just about how far it can go. I don't know how much you'll be able to see on the camera, but I just want you to see where I'm at. I'm actually about a mile from that location, if I had to guess, because it's kind of a ravine-y, hilly, creaky, obviously woodsy area, so it's got a little bit of everything that you want in a nature setting. So I'm going to pick up the camera and I'm just going to show you what I'm looking at right now, which is the area that I walked through. So bear with me. If you can see, there are lots of hills and valleys, and the camera was sitting right down there, right in front of my gear there. And right back there is that cornfield that I was telling you about. So I don't really want to wake up in the mornings looking at that. So let me put you back down here. Okay, so as you can see, it's a very nice area. It's starting to turn green finally. I think we have a couple of days this next week where we're supposed to get some more frost and snow, and yeah, we just roll with the punches. We live here in Indiana, and if any of you are weather followers, you'll know that we did have some severe weather here just a couple weeks ago, and still recovering from that. Luckily, my family and most everybody I know were safe. However, it still was here, and without further ado, I'm going to start collecting all my logs so I can get my ridgepole here and then start building it back. And if you remember, probably a year ago when Haley and I was out filming, we mentioned when we did the lean-to we were going to go back, but we weren't having our logs touch the ground. We're actually going to build it up about 2 to 3 feet so that we have more headroom and make it feel like more homey, since the boat that was will be out there, or maybe even my middle daughter Madison, she's 6 years old and she's really starting to fall for this as well, and she might be out here just as often as Haley, if not both of them. I'll have one or the other. So anyway, I'm going to get my bags hung up on that tree. I already pulled out some line, so I'm going to get those hung up, get them off the ground, and I'll bring it back in when I start building. For those of you that know, there is the Nighthawk knapsack hung from the tree. I have it loaded out with all the essential necessary gear to build the bushcraft shelter. And for those of you who asked before about water, there's the canteen this time. That's the Pathfinder canteen and cook set. I also brought out old trusty the original Blackbird haversack, and I also have Blackbird gathering pouch, tinder butt pouch, whatever you want to call it. I just have some birch bark in there. I also have more birch bark in there that I gathered from the tree in my yard. So I've got plenty of birch bark for starting a fire. I also have a fire kit in, which one do I have that in? I have that in here, and I also have lighters and various other things. Lots of ignition sources, and as you can see, there is not a shortage of wood or downed trees. They are all over from the wind and rain and storms we just had. So I'm going to get back at it and let's start building. Perfect. Just for this occasion, I bought a brand new roll of number 36 bank line. Brand new 1 pound roll that's going to get broken in on this specific build. So let me get that strapped up and I'll keep collecting wood. Some of you might say that this is too much bank line, but I want to ask you a question. Is there such a thing? Do I want this thing to fall down? Do I want this thing to ever fall down on me or my girls? No. As you can see, I'm going to be using a lot of this bank line. I don't plan to use this entire pound. However, I wouldn't be surprised if at the end I only have about half of it left. we'll see. I call that success. So I'm pretty new to building a shelter to this magnitude. I've done, you know, basic small ones, tarp shelters, tents, but I'm just trying to figure out, you know, the things that I need to do to make this a lot easier on myself. And I come up with a tip. I've yet to see this utilized out in the field. Maybe someone else has done it, maybe they haven't, I don't know. But I want to show you a little trick for me to get the measurements for my wall that I'm going to build back here. So you take one end of some paracord and you tie it around one end of the support walls, or the supports that's going to hold the wall, and you run the other length to the other end and just tie a knot into that space. And then you don't have to keep remeasuring. You don't have to go back and second guess yourself. You don't have to use your feet. You don't have to do steps, you know, 1 foot in front of the other, heel to toe. So let me demonstrate that real quick, and then I'm going to get to cutting these and building this wall. So here we go. On one end down here, you just tie one little knot, not even a knot, just as if you're tying your shoes. Run the other end of your paracord and just go past probably about 2 inches, and then in that spot just take your paracord and tie a knot, and then you've got your knot here. I'm not sure if the camera picked that up. A knot there, plus where it's tied off down there. Just yank on it and it comes right off. So then you take this end and start at the end that you want to put down and run your length. Grab your saw, and right where you made that knot, give it just a little bit of a stretch, score a line, and that's going to be the start of your wall. So if somebody's done this, I apologize for stepping on their toes, but in my defense, I have yet to see that. So Well, I got the wall put up, and it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've not had lunch yet, so I brought up my fire kit because I have a twig stove to do the fire. I have this Bridgeford ready-to-eat sandwich. It says that you could eat it right out of the package, but it's beef with barbecue sauce, and that does not sound like something I want to eat cold. So this I will definitely be putting in boiling water, because it also says you could do that in the package. Or if you have an MRE heat package, you could use one of those. I'm just gonna put this in water and boil it. I also going to use some of the birch bark that I collected from my tree about 2 days ago to get this fire started. So without further ado, let me get my chair set up, get the twig stove out, and get water boiling so we can eat this sandwich and also drink some water, because I am very parched. So on the back of this Pathfinder bag, this thing, well, first of all, you could use this thing as an everyday carry practically. I took the strap off because it's on the tree, but on the back there's this little pouch back here that I can carry my titanium stove around in. I mean, this thing has that big pouch in the back. I have molly strapping here on the side that I can put things on. This pouch here in the front has my coffee, my headlamp, a flashlight, my emergency electrolyte powder. On the inside I've got my spork, and that of course has the canteen that I wrapped aluminum foil around to keep it nice and cold. If you didn't know that you could do that, that's a good hack for you. This does come with its own stove, but I am not going to use this stove. I'm going to use my titanium stove just because I want to. So let me get set up here, get a fire going, and I will see you back here in just a few. So I am going to cheat just a little. Every time I go to start this fire, the wind picks up. It's supposed to be windy today. It was supposed to storm, but that didn't happen, thankfully, because I've been wanting to get this done. So I have these zip fire starters, and I'm just going to get it started with this. You actually light the package itself, and this thing will burn for several minutes, and it gives you enough time to collect twigs and birch bark, and as you can see around me, there's plenty of twigs and sticks to keep this fire going. So let me get this started, and I'll bring you back when I got the food in the water, probably. So I'm not going to sit here and eat in front of you and bore you to death, so I will taste test it, let you know what I think, and then I'll finish. This thing, I want to say probably, it's hot. That probably sat in the water boiling probably a good 10 minutes. I had to keep feeding the fire. Things are still pretty damp here, so the twigs I'm gathering were not what you want. I know there's lots of dead, but I just wanted to stay here and man the fire and not walk away and cause a forest fire. So I just grabbed what was around me, the punk wood, my birch bark. Birch bark did wonders, of course. So anyway, let's get on to this and see what this is all about. Let's see if it got hot at all inside there. Of course, we don't want to eat that packet that's in there. We're just going to leave that thing alone. And we're going to give this honey barbecue beef and bread sandwich a go. It literally looks like a bean burrito inside. Let me show you. Not sure how well you're picking that up. It does. It smells really good. I'm gonna give it a taste test and see what I think and give you my honest opinion on this. Most people do those Mountain House meals, and I've got those, but I wanted something different. It's lunchtime. I didn't want anything heavy, so let's give it a try. It looks kind of dry, but we'll see. It's not that bad. The bread is super soft. It crumbles. It's almost like a, I don't know, almost kind of like cornbread, but without the taste. It just crumbles and falls apart. So I'm gonna get some calories in me. I'm going to finish eating this, which is not bad. Drink some more of my water, and then give you one last look of what I did get accomplished, what little bit I got accomplished. I think I might be calling it a day, so this is going to be one of my longer videos, and I need to get this thing home and edited and sent out. So let me finish this. I'll give you a quick run through of the setup and pretty much how I envision what I'm going to do here, and show you how where I'm sitting is pretty flat in reference to the area around me, which kind of slopes away, which is good. It's all about location. So let me finish this and I will get back to you in just a few minutes. Okay, so as promised, I'm going to give you a walk around, show you kind of my vision, what I hope to accomplish here, and show you what I've done already. So I'm going to hold the GoPro rather than the tripod there. I'm just going to hold it and walk you around and show you what's up. So first off, this is where I was sitting. We are actually inside the shelter right now. Right here is going to be the top of the roof line, and it's going to come down to that back wall. This is from here to here is 6 feet, but because we're at an incline, it's going to be probably roughly 8 feet. The span between this tree and that tree was 7 feet, I believe. So we're looking at 6 by 7. So as you can see, I'm out here enjoying nature finally, getting ready to build. I'm gonna come back probably in a few days to do more of the roof here and build some sidewalls. But let me just continue showing you what I plan to do. Let's go out in front of the shelter where I'll show you everything from the outside. So here's the shelter from the front. This is what we'll see when we walk in here. As you can see, I was sitting inside the shelter eating my lunch, drinking some water, playing with the twig stove, which was brand new. Just broke it in. Actually haven't even used that canteen cup for the Pathfinders. That just got broken in, so those are both nicely blackened and used. So anyway, this is the front. Right out here, probably, I don't know, maybe 4 feet away from the entrance. We're going to put a fire there. We're going to build a wall for the fire. I don't want to build too tall of a wall because I don't want to obstruct our view, because like I showed you, let's step inside the shelter. From inside the shelter looking out, we get to see wilderness. There's a farm out that way that runs over this way, and then it kind of surrounds us here. We're kind of just in the back corner of this property. Let's step over the wall here, and back behind the shelter we've got plenty of timber, fallen timber, lots of firewood, lots of sticks that we can cut, or saplings I should say. There's lots of dead standing, lots of dead standing that we can use for that roof line and for the sidewalls. For now, I'm still going to utilize this tree, which was behind the shelter, to hang my pack. We'll make a more permanent location, obviously, when we get the shelter built. But for now, we have our stuff just hanging from trees here. There's the straps for the Pathfinder bag. I just took it off and carried it over. So I forgot to bring chargers today. I brought out my solar charger and I forgot the cords. So a lot of good that's going to do me. So I have to end this shortly. So my plan is to get packed up and I guess call it a day, and hopefully within the next few days, if not this next week. And I'm a teacher, so it's hard for me to get out, and where I teach is 20 miles away from my house, and where I film is another 7 to 10 miles. There's construction, so it varies. So I've got a lot of driving to do, which I don't mind at all. I mean, especially when I get to come out here. I mean, look, who could be mad about coming out here? This is amazing. And anyway, so let me get this packed up. And oh, one last thing. Do get out there, but also make sure you like, share, and subscribe these videos. It helps out this channel quite a bit. After my last video, my previous videos to that really skyrocketed. My most viewed video right now is 1.3 thousand, I believe, which is just great, and I only have you guys to thank for that. I know my channel probably isn't what you expect when you want to watch bushcraft or whatever, but I'm still new to the filming part of it. I'm usually just going out and doing this stuff. Now I'm trying to man the camera, angles, get some B-roll footage, do all the types of stuff that you see all the other guys do, and girls. So I'm doing my best. If you think I'm doing a good job, please comment. Please give me some of your critiques, some of your criticisms, whatever you want to throw at me. Just send me some messages so that I can either better myself, better the channel, do whatever. I'm doing this for you. It's fun for me. I don't care about money, don't care about free gifts, don't care about none of that type of stuff. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have all these other social media accounts to ask you guys to join. It's just me in the woods and my daughters when they want to make it, or if they can make it. That's it. We're just a couple of people from, you know, a family from Indiana. We're just out enjoying nature. This is just fun for us. So I'm not going to name drop on this channel. I'm not going to get butt hurt if any of these big YouTube channels decide that my channel's crap, or that I'm a piece of crap, or I'm not doing what they're doing. Hey man, that's your channel. This is my channel. I'm going to do what I want to do, and if it's not what you think is good, sorry, I'm learning. This is my channel. So please do me a favor. Like, subscribe, share, comment, do all of those things, and please come back and stay tuned for more videos. I promise there are tons more to come. I have a list of videos that I want to get out. And now, until the next time I see you, get out there.